All right. So here we are again. The next series of questions we are going to embark on. We call this 5 brand new branches. So the first question in this category is which area of your life do you think you could use the most growth in?
Consistency.
Consistency?
And I guess in my life, just being consistent. I think just in general, that I can go along with a lot of examples of what consistency can do for one's life, but just
more finishing what you start, keeping it going, because I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even the starting, but
consistency for sure.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
I think we could a lot of us could.
Not to be so short, but just.
No, it's, hey, I mean, sometimes, you just, straight to the point, simple and clear is really fucking.
Yeah, over and out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Perfect. Let's, okay. I still can't help keep thinking, I might be able to get a little bit of a better angle, but maybe I'm just stoned.
This is good, bro.
All right. Which area of your life have you most recently grown in? So, give yourself some credit time.
I think trusting myself in a way where I try and trust not the initial decision that I want to make, but just trusting that, the decision that you want to go for, it's in your head for a reason. You've obviously worked it out to a certain degree, whether it's first or second, but just making decisions a lot more quicker. And I feel like that's where I've improved in my life. It's making decisions more quickly.
Yeah, being more decisive, where you used to be more indecisive, more stall on stuff, procrastinate, or
because something can go into my head and I can overanalyze it for days and have analysis or paralysis by analysis, and just not get anything accomplished or get so little accomplished where it's just man, I can be doing more.
Yep.
So
you get stuck in the pattern of overthinking, and then you're not really doing.
No, not at all. And I hate that because nothing gets done.
Yeah.
I'm over here years go by and be well, I wrote 5 pages of a fucking script that I want to do, but really I just wanted to get a lot more out and get these ideas that I've had, and instead of making voice notes, I just need to be typing. So kind of being more decisive,
Instead of reaching,
instead of reaching for my phone, I'm more headstrong to be I need to reach for something that's more concrete, that's going to move things forward. And I think that's definitely a concrete foundation of being decisive.
Yep, definitely. Plans are great, but what are they without momentum?
Exactly.
Without inertia and momentum.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, nice. Okay, where do you see the future of society heading?
And what time span?
Okay, so
talking about 1,000 years, 100 years.
Okay, so let's say, given the current circumstances of not only a lot going on in the U.S. Politically and otherwise, but then globally, because we're basically we quite literally are in World War III right now, even though we're chilling in a bar and it's it's cool here, we're in World War III.
Yeah. Some kid on Mars 100 years ago and be oh shit, I wonder what that was like. Yeah, we're living it.
So in the next time span wise, in the next, let's say in the next even 5 to 10 years, where do you see society heading?
I think it's going to be
it's crucial right now.
That's what we think. We're here hanging out in a bar doing a podcast. Life is pretty sweet for us in this moment.
Yeah.
I think
for the collective
yeah.
as a whole.
Not everybody. I think people are going through shit. I mean, some guy had to just come in here and lie about getting a shot. He had to lie to get a shot. Do you hear that?
Wasn't even his birthday. I believed it.
I think I think if we were to look forward in the future, it may not be so different, but it's not going to be as comfortable as we are used to it. But I think that uncomfortability
Uncomfortability was right, yeah.
Uncomfortability is a good thing, because it's almost like anything in life, like whether you're reading a book or even working out or doing anything, having a hard conversation, these uncomfortable parts of life
Part of the growth process.
Yeah, it's part of growth.
Yeah.
I think that's just all I think right now. Like, without getting too graphic or whatever, I think there's going to be room for growth for all of us, and we're going to have to learn how to adjust to that. And I think the ones that can do that will obviously benefit, and the ones that can't will have another opportunity for growth. And I wish the best, and I have the best mindset for the future, and I think there's love at the end of the road for all of us.
Well
Even
said.
right now, it's here for us, but I think it's time for us to grow up.
Yeah, like in what growing up means, or what a lot of people have thought that it's meant to them for like generations, in terms of like, get serious, get a hustle on, make your money, buy a house, commit to the bit, all this fucking shit. It's like, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or
No.
I don't know, maybe it's this fucking thing somewhere more along the lines of reckoning with your soul, and realizing that there is one there to begin with in all of us, and like that in general, overall, there's a whole lot more than this.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I don't know, I think that's growing up.
Is what I have right now worth more than what I could have later if I sacrifice some things? Whatever those things you would be willing to sacrifice, is it worth it? And is what you have right now worth keeping on to?
Yeah.
And just thinking about that, like, why do I want what I have right now so much? And why wouldn't I want to work harder to get, not even for me, but for more people, just a better world, a better life? And so that's the way I look at it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with that completely. Oh, shit. Oh, the yawns are coming on. All right, that's how I know this is good. All right, so that was number 3 out of. All right, so next we got, where are you trying to grow but can't, and what's stopping you / why?
Where am I trying to grow?
But like having difficulty, or like a full-on block.
Yeah, I think finances. I think in the last 4 years, I've been gathering and amassing a large amount of skills in not even in completely different industries, but like, let's just say I was working like 6 years in audio visual for 6 years, and now I'm.
But you really were?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I was doing before I was a truck driver, and so, before the pandemic hit. So when the pandemic hit, it did not allow me to do audio and visual stuff in Nashville, in like civic centers or hotels. So I kind of took a year off, because when am I ever going to get a year off? And then I became a broker, selling loads to truck drivers. And then I was like, well, I hate being in a cubicle, so why not be on the open road and seeing the world or United States? And it's been nice, but it's made me gain 40 pounds. It put some money in my pocket, so that's great. But I haven't put it all together. And I think once you put it all together, or you have the consistency, which I was talking about before,
right,
and you actually put things together and do it consistently, you can have exponential growth financially. So I think in my life right now, I no longer will be looking to go into any other industries. Everything that I know is good enough to start my own business or work for somebody and get enough compensation, not to be happy, but to say like, hey, like I put this work in and now I get this. And I think that's all right. I think that's a fair amount of compensation for what I've put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you've built yourself up to the point where you not only know your worth, but you like you can stand firmly on it and
For
know
sure.
that there's no like you have no reason to budge because of what you actually have built to put you there.
Yeah.
Not just like
Yeah.
some people they'll try to like I feel like hold their sense of worth on like just a hollow projection
For sure.
or like a sense of entitlement that doesn't
Yeah.
really it wasn't nothing got it there.
Yeah, you can only fake it until you're right in front of somebody.
Fake it till you make it. But that's just never done any. That's done less than anything for me. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
For sure. Damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say.
My bad.
But damn, fake it till you make it. Yeah. Shit. It's gone.
My bad, but
I'm not gonna fight it.
I think I passed the brain fart. Yeah. So it basically that where you're trying to grow is applying your consistency of. Because like I think what you're saying is it's like what like the wording you found for that is the same essence of what I know for myself to be true.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do right here, right now with this
Yeah.
is like
For sure.
it's all been there for a while. I just haven't been fucking. I've done some of the thing and then I've stopped. And then I've
Yeah.
done a little more of the thing and then I've stopped.
Yeah.
And if I keep fucking doing the thing, then it's like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
how that happens. And
For sure.
So I think if that's what you're saying, I think with lack of other more articulate
Yeah.
words, that's pretty much.
For sure. I think I got too comfortable. I think what I was gonna say is that where I am at right now is where some mid-20s would be, but I've learned to be okay with that because there's so many people in the world that have started their journeys at different points in their lives, and they could
And what their journey is ends
Yeah.
up being different
it
things.
gets
too,
redefined,
changing.
yeah, for sure. And like this is just an example I remember is that like I think LCD Sound System. That guy didn't start doing stuff until he was in his 30s, and he would talk about like how people were like, "Oh man, you're such a good DJ, you should do this and that," but he was doing a whole bunch of stuff, building up his repertoire or skills, as well as the Flaming Lips. Like they're still performing, but dude, they were performing in their 30s while working like day jobs. But now they do arenas.
Yeah. They're
In their
fucking world
50s.
famous. Yeah.
Yeah, in their 50s and 60s, and I've seen them, and they're amazing.
Or like
So-
similarly to like how it was like maybe not Oprah or either Oprah or Whoopi Goldberg or something like they didn't really become who the fuck they actually were until
Yeah.
like their 40s or
Yeah,
some
for
shit.
sure.
And it was like different seasons, different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't fucking get too down on yourself for
Yeah.
or like in the don't do the whole comparing yourself to the path of others to the point where it gets you down of thinking your own path is off or something.
Yeah. You know what they say about
we are
comparison?
all so many fucking different people. Like there's so many similarities, but so many beautiful differences too that like shouldn't be anything but celebrated. Like if by nobody else, us to and of ourselves. You
Yeah.
know, so.
They do say comparison is the thief of joy, and I when I slow down and think about it, and I think about the moments where I could have just been enjoying something, but I thought about somebody else or something else, or how far somebody else was along in their own discipline. If it was in my sphere, it would bring me down.
Yeah.
But if I actually just enjoyed what I was doing, and just maybe looked forward to maybe even getting to the point where they were at, I probably would have enjoyed it. But
and like
Enjoy where you're at.
yeah, in antithesis to that statement of the comparison is the thief of joy. Like the kind of equal opposite to that would be like gratitude is the right attitude.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When you're like when you're not like oh that or oh this or oh fucking but why not? But when you're more like thank you or like yeah like I'm sorry my skateboard just fell but like when you just kick back and you're like I got what I got, or you don't even have to think about what you got. You just are.
Yeah.
And just even just being like I've been doing a lot more lately. I've been making it like a deliberate focus and like something I'm trying to practice more of mine. Like every morning, like as soon as I can remember to think about it when I wake up, like not I'm not like religious per se. I'm very spiritual and a man of God, but like I don't subscribe to like one like book of a religion or whatever, but like praying is one thing that in general I've been like like navigating more of my own.
You said
like praying
Yeah.
my own relationship with it, and then but beyond that oh shit what was oh no I distracted myself. It was kind of the same thing.
Meditation.
Well yeah, definitely. Oh man, that's a rabbit hole I could the best spiral I could go down, but like
Sunning your asshole.
what was your point right before that? I'm trying to remember what led me to what I was.
I just said comparison is the thief of joy of just essentially just
Oh yeah, and then gratitude.
gratitude is your attitude.
Oh yeah. I've been focusing on one of this. It's a really simple little thing, but it means so much that as soon as I can remember to, when I wake up, like when I get up for the day, and
Your mantra?
I not even just a mantra. I just as simple as just like stopping and just being conscious and presently aware of like just life, consciousness, existence, God. It's just saying thank you.
Yeah.
Just oh yeah, I'm alive and awake still. Thank you. Literally just that. Just saying,
It's amazing
just
how simple
being
that is.
grateful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still alive and like I'm still breathing. I'm still in decent health. Like, my house hasn't fucking burnt down.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for so much. My son is healthy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like so much to be thankful for. I've been really trying to start out like every day as soon as I can remember to think about it. Just that quick thank you.
Yeah.
Just like making sure I'm not realigned for the day. If like try not to get out of alignment, but like just make sure I am aligned with that. The core essence of beginning my day with making sure gratitude is the central focus of my attitude.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's fucking. I feel like it's majorly transformative in so many ways, like from the inside out. You know.
Yeah, that's powerful. Some of the most powerful things are simplistic, but sometimes we try and complicate life so much that we overlook it. And I think just harping back what I was talking about, being consistent, sometimes you don't need to do the most complicated thing in your life.
Yeah.
You just have to just do.
Yeah,
Do the
and
thing.
keep doing.
Yeah, and
even if it's something simple, just keep doing it,
Yeah.
and then
Saying thank
then
you
have
is
that.
an amazing thing. That's amazing. Yeah.
All right, that was I think second to last one. Good
Okay.
shit. So we're almost done. Yep. So last but not least for this session, we have. Where do you want to see others in your life grow, but they just aren't/won't?
Well, I mean,
I loved your call out earlier. That was fun. Yeah, and this is, by the way, if it wasn't clear, this is one of those. If you don't want to, feel free to pass, but otherwise, feel free to call somebody the fuck out. It doesn't have to be somebody, but like, just, yeah, where do you see others? Oh, yeah, it is about other people.
I wish people could make a little bit better effort to understand my best intentions. And I generally tell everybody my best intention is to be honest and to love them. It's never to destroy anybody. It's never to disparage anybody. Even when I'm fucking around with a friend, it's only to bring laughter and good feelings. And I think that's it.
Real edge of life.
Yeah.
Just like just palling around.
Yeah, I won't ever be the kind of guy that be like, I want somebody to forget who they are to accept me, but to just maybe make a little bit of effort to just understand me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe
That's all.
maybe make a genuine attempt to expand one's otherwise normally contracted, self-limiting perspective to, or like, well, not just blanket perspective, but specifically geared towards that of what your intention is.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, not just. Like, I totally get you. I'm just trying to think of exactly how to articulate that in like an example. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think people are naturally protective of their own selves, and if they feel like somebody's trying to come at them, which is like, and not to plant any like misguided idea of somebody who's watching this thinking about me trying to decipher what I'm saying, but I'm sure that anybody could say something in earnest that could be taken in the wrong way, or say something that just needs to be said and somebody doesn't accept it as just like, hey, somebody's just trying to speak their heart and not like take it out on you, or just be I don't know, just like not attacking. It's, yeah, because there's a lot of things attacking us that we don't see, that we do see, that's in the media, that's at work, that's at home,
Like,
and I get it.
There's a lot of energy of like this, like waiting to have something to be able to be upset about and like latch onto it.
Yeah,
and
being on guard.
Outlet.
Yeah.
Shit over like aha, I found it. I can fucking unleash now. Like,
For sure. For sure.
And it's understandable because fuck, we all, for probably so many reasons, like we all have our own specific life shit, but as a collective, like in the U.S. or the world entirely, like fucking this cyclical trauma and fucking just like even just that baggage alone that we all carry. Never mind our personal lives, like
Yeah.
fucking that weight can only be contained so much for so long by any given person before like something's got to give in some kind of way, shape, or form.
You know
A lot of people don't get that shit, and they try to you're in a fucking corner now. You're really bad.
Yeah.
What? What about the circumstances?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. With that dog that was in a corner that bit somebody, that these people that were like fucking poking sticks at it and fucking screaming and shit. You talking about you want to put the dog down? Not. Oh, the people's behavior should have been better. They shouldn't have been fucking bullying it. I mean, that's a little bit more of an abstract analogy, but like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I think because I like to think in analogies. One of my favorite people in the world, Patrice O'Neill, he always used to say that, but the best way I can say it that makes sense to me is that we are all capable, or we all have a toolbox of tools that we use with people to get through stuff in our life. But most of the tools that people have in their toolbox is common tools, like a flathead or a Phillips. I'm not a common human being, so the tools that you would need to operate with
Give me
me,
a socket wrench.
you need to dig a little bit. Yeah, exactly. And like you may not need that specific tool all the time, but for me, you're gonna need that sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. And I'll do the same for you.
Yeah, rather than a one-size-fits-all, it's more of a multi-fit job. Like, adaptability.
I thought that, and I didn't say it out loud. I just said it. Jesus Christ.
As soon as I get it, man, it fucking, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's, and again, it's not even just like a I get it thing. It's a, like, this is human shit. Like, this is a lot of these things are things that a lot of us think and feel on a regular fucking basis, but like whether individually, interpersonally, or like as a society as a whole, I feel like we almost, it kind of might sound weird, but we don't talk about just talking enough. Like, we don't talk about talking itself.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that, does that make sense? I know I mean for it to. We don't talk about talking enough. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
Like the way we talk and why and how and where it's coming from. Like, not just talking about shit, but why do we talk about what we talk about, how we're talking about it, and where the fuck's it coming from? Where's it going? Like, what's going on? You know, like, I'm trying to ask more questions. That's like, you can never really be trapped in it. Like, or how do I phrase that? You can never be like, really, nothing can ever be finite or stuck or like ultimately overly like confusing or menacing if you just continue asking the right questions. I don't know if I like expressed that to the highest of what I was trying to make sense out of it, but like there's not always an answer to everything, but like you can almost always try to figure out how to ask a question, and it might get you a little closer.
Yeah, exactly. That's
at least, I don't know.
Exactly. This is exactly what I was gonna say. We may not get to the exact destination, but if we get into that zip code, I think that would be helpful for a lot of us.
We can once we got the mail truck in the vicinity, we can shout out to a neighbor for help the rest of the way.
For sure, man. Yeah, this is great.
Well, fucking hey, this has been a pleasure. We'll have to fucking maybe link back up one of these. I think I might start coming down here on Tuesdays regularly. I don't know. We'll see this if Alan, you here on Tuesdays pretty regularly, or?
Yeah, I would say not every Tuesday, but.
And I mean, I can adapt to other people, and I like, obviously this place itself, and like just the energy, like, of what's been sustained here tonight, like, definitely one of the good locations to come back to, and I think do more of this, like, you know, more friendly faces. Like, if you're back in here another one of these days, when I have, let's see, I think another 3 sets of questions, because that was the 3 and then the 5. After that, I have 7, 9, and 11.
Okay.
And so like the 11, that's gonna be like, and I think I can tell you're one of the people who's like with like you got the inner alignment on the level. I don't feel comfortable with many people I meet enough to have them like be you can come back to the after party kind of, you know, like back to the crib, like we're gonna do the fucking around the fire kind of. I don't want everybody knowing where the fuck I live type. You know what I mean?
No, I completely, especially with a kid.
But like especially like, so the last one, I call it the Heavenly 11. They're very spiritual, emotional, personal questions, like very deep, and like those are gonna be the ones that like some of my other, like my musician buddy, you'll see on my channel, the Jaleel Moses interview. He's like, we sat down for, it was gonna be like 20 minutes. It was like 2.5, almost 3 hours, and like hella therapy, but like that, you know, that kind of shit is gonna be like the select few. It's like, no, we gotta like nothing weird. Like we gotta take it back to the house. Like we gotta like sit down, have some food, take some fucking time,
light some candles.
You know, it's gonna be an experience and a fucking like making kind of a day out of it kind of thing. We're like, this is even as long as this took, it's still like this is like surface level light. Go right, and I mean, we had good conversation. All the like our answers were long. Other people's, they might be more. You know, these girls I interviewed earlier, they were way more short and quick. Yeah, so there will probably be a lot of that. But like, the more in-depth and longer ones, I really look forward to having just the right people, like in a more intimate setting, a more personal setting, like on the couch, on the fucking chair, you know, petting my dog, fucking hanging out, you know, like we'll take a break and I'll fucking bring the camera out to the garden and like show the chickens and shit. We'll hang out for a minute,
do a
you know, whatever,
change.
fucking and then go back. We'll have like our intermission, and it'll be like an episode. You know what I mean? And like, this is all I want to do.
Yeah,